Welcome back, everybody, here to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Quite a nice night to get on with a chilly endeavor, as we're going to get into the blast freezer today. Got a couple other small tasks prepared, but the main one that we have to get into to actually get progressing is a blast freezer. I guess it's technically called a vacuum freezer. There it is. Vacuum freezer. Which is our multi-block structure that we're going to build to make sure that we can chill titanium and ingots, as well as a handful of other things, because this will let us get the superconductor for both MV, and then relatively close by, as soon as we get nichrome, we'll be able to get the HV superconductors as well. So let's start by crafting out the things that we're going to need for that. Did want to get another one of these started really quick, but I did move a bunch of stuff downstairs ready for us to snatch up, and might as well pack a few of these old machines in here for now. The batteries is what I need. This will go downstairs to our clean room, as to make the vacuum freezer, we need our EV circuits. Now, I do have enough down here to make 6 of them. So you need plastics, you need microprocessors, diodes, RAM chips, electrum wire, blue steel alloy, bolts, and the most important thing that I left upstairs. Let's go ahead and pack something away here in the backpack. We'll do that one. And put those away too. We need to go get the assembler. And so I'm going to go grab the one that's upstairs currently, because it does have to be done inside of a clean room. It will not work without it. And on the bright side, while we'll be able to keep this one up here later, I am making enough to replace this one that we're taking downstairs with us with a HV one. Don't remember if I have all the parts assembled, especially since I might have used them in a recipe somewhere along the way and don't have them anymore. But if we put in our plastic circuit boards, microprocessors, diodes, wire, RAM first, and then our bolts, we get in our alloys. In 20 seconds, we'll get our very first one, and then that means in a total of 2 minutes, we'll have all 6 of the ones we're trying to craft. I'll let it get through this craft, dump some more stuff in, and we're gonna look at if we've got the stuff still. Like I said, I totally need to bring down a terminal. I keep forgetting to make one in between episodes. But let's see. Circuit. Assembler. HV. We are only missing 2 things. So let's go ahead and get those crafted. And then we can go ahead and craft. We need a few more chromium rods. So that's going to take a second, as we're going to have to grab some chromium. Thought I had some in here, but I guess I don't. I know we have the chromium over here. We can go up with about 5 more after we grab our circuits. So we are now up to 4. Let's go ahead and grab the 3 that we need for our vacuum freezer. And then we can head up and start on chromium. It's the output bus. The input bus is back here now. Got a 2. So we still have the nitrogen input. And then once those done, we can get that prepared. And in the meantime, let's come over here and look at our vacuum freezer. So you need 3 of our electric pumps, 3 processors, and 1 of these frost-proof aluminum machine casings, which is just like any of the other machine casings. It's just the aluminum version of it. So you can pull that on out, and I did use all of the ULV buses and hatches, as we don't need more than 1 input for a lot of these things to begin with. If we need to upgrade it in the future, we can always use this on some other machines, so that's something that's always nice to be able to trade out. We want our input bus as close over here to this one as possible. Let's get our platings down. Our vacuum freezer control block. Our output bus. Looks like those are done. Let's see about getting this thing automatically up and crafted. Oh, that's what. We don't have that in the auto crafter, so we'll just grab out like 4 of them. Set those in there as that. While we continue to get our freezer up. 1, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, I didn't want this corner. I feel like I'm missing blocks. So I probably am. What should this thing say it needed? Crafted 20. Oh, I went too high. That's why. It is a 3x3. It is not nearly as tall as our blast furnaces, so... Now we just need to get around back really quick. We did a little bit of demolition because we're going to need to get something set up here in the back to handle the titanium tetrachloride. So there's that hatch, and then we just have the fluid input and output. We'll do the input up top here, and the output over here, so they match. And then that should solidify our vacuum freezer. Okay, we had something going. I guess we were looking at making the stuff for that. So we'll let that start up. I do think I might end up needing a few more circuits. Something's wrong with the recipes up there. Let's see. Is there something not going through? No, that's those. No. What happened to my... Did it just finish? I'll give that a second. I don't know what's up, but it's not showing that I've got an extra one of those. Let's see. Oh, we're out of rubber again. So it's time to grab some rubber pulp and head downstairs while we grab the last thing that we were producing down there. Hoping I got some sulfur. I do. Okay. So we got to keep on this rubber production. Didn't realize that we were running that low. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the vacuum freezer quest really quick. So, our vacuum freezer quest. Vacuum freezer is a multi-block used to cool down hot ingots. All ingots are made in the EBF with a temperature of 1,750 Kelvin. We'll need it. Most of the time, your electric blast furnace will be the bottleneck, so you don't need to worry about overclocking your freezer. Since hot ingots hurt you when held, the item routing will be very useful. Yep, that's precisely why I did that setup. And now we need to make some titanium tetrachloride. And to get it, you have to have rutile and chemical reactor with... So we have rutile. First, we reduce titanium tetrachloride in an HV chemical reactor. Then reduced again in an EBF with magnesium to finally arrive at titanium. The carbon, chlorine, and oxygen and magnesium used in the process can be perfectly recovered from the byproduct. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide and magnesium chloride with no loss. If you set up a system to recover them, the only material you'll need to use to provide for titanium is rutile. Titanium tetrachloride also acts as a catalyst in the production of plastics. A touch of titanium chloride in the polymerization process can increase your polymerization yield to 133% naturally. This is completely optional. And I like that it's optional because titanium is harder to come by until later on. Maybe later on we'll consider doing something with it, but right now I don't see much of a point to. So, first we're going to go ahead and get the chemical reactor set up here in the back. It is hooked up to this power. I guess I need to grab out another thing. Was I looking to grab it out? See if we can finish this. Do that now. We still, for some reason, need more of those again. I don't know what happened to that. Get some more of this. We will go grab ourselves some rutile. So let's look at this. The rutile inside of a chemical reactor with chlorine and carbon will give us carbon monoxide, and titanium tetrachloride. And then with that in the blast furnace with some magnesium. And we'll get magnesium chloride. So with this one, we'll need an electrolyzer, I believe. Magnesium and salt. Oh boy. So we'll need another HV chem. So we'll have to shift it back into the HV chemical reactor. I know we can do this. We need sodium. So we need a second HV chemical reactor, actually, to be able to do this. So these should be done, which means we should be able to finish that thing upstairs if it works out the way that we need it to. I thought I grabbed out my rutile, but let me see. Somewhere around here. I know it's over in this little thing. Right there. Let's grab out one stack. One stack. And we will set this up right there for a singular one, which I want enough for 2. So to make the titanium tetrachloride, we need 2 carbon and 4 chlorine. So we'll need 4 carbon. Oop, I'm sorry guys, I totally did not expect to knock that microphone. I don't know if that actually made a noise or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. And chlorine. So we just need to get ourselves all of my cells out and 8 of those. And then with that together, we should be able to pop that in there, pop the carbon in there, and get started on that process. Now, the only one that I'm a little bit confused about is we're going to have... So we get oxygen, we get chlorine, and then we get magnesium chloride. We'll get salt and sodium. So I guess we just loop the sodium back in once we've taken it out. Is that right? That's so weird, because then we're going to end up with excess sodium. Oh, no, we won't. That's right. It splits it into 2. Okay. So, let's get started with a second. Let's get that. We got to get this finished first. This thing... Something is holding it up, and I guess I've got a lot of these auto-crafting. You know what's holding it up? The fact that I didn't bring back my assembler. I need to make a drop hole to be able to drop down here so it can be faster. So now that we're done with this, we don't need this downstairs, as we're going to put the HV one in once we get everything situated. And that should... I have a whole bunch of them now. That's great. Okay. In the meantime, let's get our item pipes set up to be able to handle this. So it's going to come out here. It's not going to help us, actually. We need to go in the back. So let's redo both of these machines. Output and the input. Which means we're going to need more of our pipe here. And then we will also need to make sure our liquid input is our output. Let me see. Use of that will yield the magnesium chloride out the back, so we don't need the hatch in the back, but we do need the input in the back, which it's already back here. We're good on that part. Now the question is, polyethylene pipes can handle this. That's going to be good. Should be able to craft that up, dump it on in there, and craft up our circuit assembler in a second as we get the wires. What do we... Let's go get pipes. So we're going to need way more than that, so 20 of those should be good. And then for the other pipes, we can totally use polyethylene. So we're gonna get carbon monoxide and titanium tetrachloride. Let's go ahead and just get those buckets out really quick, and get those going so we have our first proof of concept here. And let's put the hot ingots. Insert. We're good there. And we can do the 10 item pipe up. and around. Grab out a wrench and wrench that together, and then we'll just go ahead and pop in the titanium tetrachloride. And then we needed magnesium. Magnesia. How much was it again? 2 of them. So we want 4 of them. As we want this to be able to keep running if we do decide to cycle. Which also means I need to remove that for now. Do I have a spot? Yep. Okay. We're gonna wrench it there. And we're gonna say... let's just these out of the way too. Put our magnesium up here. And there we go. We're gonna get our very first titanium here in a mere 20 seconds. Out our gold wire to make this, and let's see about another one of those. I could honestly probably just loop this stuff back into the system. So we need the magnesium to go up there. So let's see what filters we can make really quick. I know we do zinc. Let's craft up 24. I think 3 of them should be able to suffice. And then we need some steel plates, because we can make some nice quick ones with just the steel plates. Well, I do think it's going to take a second as these feed through the regular one twice. Oop. Just make sure it's outputting into the system. Looks like it is. We should be able to start making some filters. So there's enough for 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. So this one should be able to do what we need for. We got rutile in there. Oh, we need sodium. That's right. So it's not gonna work with this first one. Unless, nope, it does require an HV. So we do need that secondary HV. I don't remember. I think I did actually prep one downstairs, like a second one. Let's see. Yes, it's just got the tooling in there right now. So let's go ahead and evacuate that stuff out of there. So I was making up some more explosives for more ender pearls. Let's evacuate that. And pull it on up. I knew there was another reason I created the second reactor, and I totally forgot what it was, and now I'm glad that I did. Because I just started using it for explosives thinking that that's exactly what I needed it for, but apparently not. So, we're going to put this here. We're going to evacuate the fluid from the top. And we've got no way to power this if it's there. Unless I wrench these off and go up and over. Which works out fine because I can also place my thing here and say only accept magnesium. So let's get... Oh, I forgot to grab out my silver cables. I apologize, guys. So we need our silver cables. Make 2 more of those really quick. And set up the rest of this automated process. Okay, so there's that. So now if I add that one there and that one there, and actually I just realized that either way, you'll reduce this out, grab out my new wire cutters, and bing, there is. Are there. Place those out. Oh no, we need an electrolyzer for that. That's right. So we don't want the fluid to go out the top. Do we have an electrolyzer I can pinch? Don't think so. What is this one? Extractor? We do. It's right there. Now, I just need a way to convert power if we're going to do it this way. Oh, by the way, I was going to put these in here so we have power batteries for those. I don't think I have enough stuff to convert it down that low. So I think we do just have to put it back for now. And do we have... I actually should totally have a converter. I do, it's downstairs. Ooh. Get ourselves the medium voltage converter so that we can run the electrolyzer that I've been using as kind of like my run every item through it that I need to. Those are way up here. Get that off. I will have to put a void cover on this at some point as it is going to be something I don't want the oxygen to pile up and be backed up. But now we can pull our carbon monoxide out, put it in there, and we will get our carbon back. So now we need to make sure that we've got an item pipe and a fluid pipe that goes between. So the item pipe's got to come into here. The fluid pipe. Okay, no, it comes over as... Yes, it comes over as a fluid. Ooh, boy. So, item top. That's where it's going to evacuate. Actually, no. No, it's right there. So, item evacuates there. Fluid will come in from the top, which will get that in the form of carbon monoxide from... Where did we get it from again? Oh, boy. Let's get the sodium back in there. The sodium is now in there. The other item we end up with is the magnesium chloride, which needs the sodium. So let's go get the sodium out. We need 2 per, so we need a total of 4. Sodium. And putting that in there, we'll get... Oh, that's right. So we need 8, actually. I don't know why I deleted that, even though I had it pulled up. Okay. So, we need to be able to accept items in our base here. This is all gonna run back over here. That works. It's the input hatch. Okay. So we need it to only accept salt through that one. So, oh, that totally got placed on the wrong face. Oh. Put that. Get our item filter right there. Grab out our salt and tell the item filter that items can move independently from cover. Actually, I don't think I want that one. And then so what is inserted or extracted by this cover itself? Ah. Now I understand the problem I was having downstairs. So... okay. So the carbon will be coming from here to here. And so will the... oh boy. Well, I'm going to cut this out for now, and then we will be back once I actually got this figured out, because it's going to take a second. Alright, I think I have got it. The last thing I need to do to test this is to get this into the system. Alright, something's not leaving. Sodium should be feeding into there. We have this set to take on the same face. Sodium. Oh, we don't have a thing on that face. So we got it pretty close. We just need the chlorine out of the bottom. And that should get back in there. Hello? Oh. Chlorine is that color. That should start filling up, maybe? Oh no. We got the oxygen in there. I need to avoid the oxygen. Have the void cover somewhere. There it is. Oh, one that's got to have a filter on it. I don't know if I got any more filters ready. Oh. This is getting to be a lot. Yeah, I'll be right back. One more time, guys. Alright, we're testing the process out right now, so it should go through its cycle to create the rutile. Go through 2 cycles. it go up into you. Okay, got the extract of that. Is this one? Oh. You know, I needed to allow fluid. There's that, and now that'll electrolyze, and we should get our carbon right back in. Voids the oxygen, nothing that way in the system. Oh. Okay, seems like our output hatch is there. Got the... Oh, I forgot to hook that part up. That's fine. Okay, we got our sodium back. Where'd the chlorine go? Low? It's not there. Okay. Oh, that's right. We gotta make sure that this also accepts that. So let's only take out half. And then tell it that it can accept that. And then we should get that in there. And why is that not doing anything? Because it's not supposed to go in there. It goes in the chemical reactor. Who am I kidding? Taking that off. Adding this to that one. Goes in the chemical reactor. Now we've got salt and carbon. Be able to come out. So I think this thing does have a way to come. Is it not? Oh, it's not auto-ejecting. No, it is auto-ejecting. I need salt to be able to come out, as well as the magnesium. Ooh. Do I not have a... So, salt. And then magnesium. And that should go back over here, yes. Well, it exited. Where did it go? Not into anything there. Where did it go? Oh, it went up where? There. That's right. It is supposed to go there. You not have enough energy in here? What's up with your blast furnace? I think we've actually got it all set up now. Nope. Sodium is not coming out. Sodium. It goes back. I think we finally got it figured out. So that should go back up there. We got 2 of the 4 chlorine needed. Once this one finishes, it'll get into the electrolyzer. Pass the chlorine back. And there we go. We did get it finished and set up. And now, last part to actually finish the full assembly. is we've got to do maintenance on the maintenance hatch. That'll allow us to get our first titanium bar. Oh, what a doozy. What a doozy automation can be sometimes. But now I can basically just put titanium into that back area. I'll probably set something up so I can have a chest that will just automatically feed into that. So when I need some more, I can just put a deposit in there, have it automatically suck it into that chemical reactor here in the back. So I don't have to, so I can just cover this up. Just gonna have to figure out exactly how that's gonna look. But I'll get this all covered up. I'll get this set up to be able to look a lot nicer. As you might be able to tell if I cover up a bit more, I'm still expanding out, trying to make the factory look nicer, as well as adding more area. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this part, though, because one of the other things that I did unlock that I know I could do fairly easily if I tried is the Void Dimension portal. Which, if I just get some obsidian plates and ender pearls, like, it's done. I think, anyways. But with our very first titanium, we are now able to start progressing towards EV materials and EV machineries. It has the highest corrosion resistance and strength to density ratio of any metallic element, so it's only natural to be using it as the main material in your EV machinery. And it's giving me the option of the two. I'll have to figure out which one I want, because I do have quite a bit of that downstairs, as one of the things I wanted to do the end for was to get tons of the materials that will give me rutile. And so I don't know if you guys saw it at all, but I've got element, we've got sheldonite, bornite, uranite, pitch blend, tons of aluminum, platinum, bauxite, and palladium. So if I just get to processing this, I can get quite a bit of titanium out of what I've got. And it's just going to take some time and let it all run. On the bright side, I don't think this will chew through too much fuel at once, as it's not always running the most. Maybe it might chew through more fuel than I expect. So I might have to look at upsizing our fuel production. But thank you guys for watching. I know this was a long episode. This is one of the ones. This is the one that I found to be a nightmare previously. And while the way that I've got it sorted out is a bit hastily thrown together to the point where it can kind of be annoying. As soon as I get more of the interfaces set up, actually, I don't know if interfaces are even worthwhile. I do think this is our best setup right now, just to have it fully automated and have a way to not have to worry about putting in things that we not having it take forever, not having to manually put in everything. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.